Guys, this is Sonic Freak. This is a reaction from last night's match between Villarreal versus Man United in the Europa League final. I watched the match. You could tell from my last night recording, or my video meant to say, of me predicting Manu, and I was watching it at the same time while I'm trying to predict the whole match. It was a good match. Being honest, it was a really brilliant match between both sides. The English football team, Manchester United, finished the Spanish side, Villarreal. It was a brilliant match. Throughout, finally we were like 1-0 down in the first half, and then second half we came back and scored an equaliser by El Matador Edson Cavani. But we have kept the whole game. We tried so hard to score the next goal to make sure we won the Europa League. But somehow, some way, we went through extra time when we was still 1-0 throughout the whole extra time. All I did make some changes in extra time. But I think what all they should did is bring in David overboard and Dean Henderson. Because if it does go through pens, Dean has a really good streak against penalty shootout. He always makes the save. He always has. David used to be, being honest guys, I like David. He is a brilliant goalkeeper. He's one of the world-class goalkeepers. But now, there's something wrong with David. It's like all those pens. Yeah, by the way, it has went through penalty shootout. Just to let you know, because we didn't score this extra time as well to make sure we win the match. It went straight after the extra time. Went straight to the penalty shootout, and David should have saved just 1 or 2 goals, but all the goals have scored both sides, both Man U, both Villarreal. Only up to 10 goals have scored in the penalty shootout. 10 each, basically. This was 20 goals, 10 each between both clubs. And David couldn't save 1 shot, but 1 or 2 shots we just need to guarantee ourselves not only win the Europa League, but also challenging for the Europa Super Cup. Because you guys know, some of you don't know, some of you do know, with the UEFA Super Cup is the only way you enter in that is the winners of the Europa League and versus against the Champions League winners. If you could tell, this Saturday is a match between Chelsea versus Man City in the Champions League final. And we have won last night. Being honest, we should. But David just messed it up. David had just 1 crucial goal he needed to grab the win. Doing the very last goal shootout. It was up to him. He should shoot it, not just he just kinda pass it, but he should shoot it. He has really got good and shot, but you should have shot it in against Villarreal's goalkeeper, but he didn't. It's like David just basically gave the Europa League to Villarreal. Manchester United is the type of team who will win trophies. Not only that, we should have won last night, I meant to say. We should have won the European League title. We have able to have a chance to challenge the UEFA Super Cup, and after before the start of the next season start of the league, but we didn't do it. We turned up, we do everything we can to win the game, but just something with David. I like David, yes. As much I want him to stay at United for another season, but I just think it's time for him to leave. Like, he's being honest, as a United fan, he's got family in Spain. And he's down here in England at the moment, he's in Poland at the moment, because we all know the rules, the COVID rules, they have to stay there for 2 weeks before coming back to Manchester. Because don't forget, the players' girlfriends or their wives is in England, except David's, because his wife and his kid is still in Spain, because obviously David's baby just be born like a couple months ago. Can't remember, I think it was last month or 2 months ago it was born. Because then we've been using Dean Henderson throughout the whole Premier League matches. Throughout the whole Premier League matches when David was off. But now, I just think it's time for David to leave. It's time for him to move to Spain. To finally be with his family. I'm not being horrible, being honest, I'm not. I'm just being honest. I think it's time for him to go. He has a brilliant time at United. And it's time for him to go back to Spain, to be with his family, with his kid, his firstborn kid, with his wife. I think he should leave, being honest. Because right now, from now, all the way until the end of the transfer window, all they need to rebuild the squad. Right now we got in the chase for Jadon Sancho. We got like Chelsea, we got Chelsea, we got Liverpool want to sign Jadon Sancho. But being honest, I will say this, person in terms, it has been agreed between both United and Sancho. The only thing we need now is quickly buy him, because remember his transfer price tag was £108 million last summer, but now this summer has gone down to say about 70 to 80 million pound now, roughly around that match. Cheap enough to bring in someone like young, talented, got that pace in him. That's Sancho. But right now, because even we heard the news from last night that Tom Heaton from Aston Villa has signed with Man U. I don't know, is he going to make some appearances for for say about next season, like not the Champions League, but some matches like the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. I don't know. But also, Tom Heaton is basically a backup goalkeeper for us. But we need a goalkeeper who is still young, who, like the age of David De Gea, joined United from Atletico Madrid few seasons ago under Sir Alex, who signed David to join United. We need a type of goalkeeper to bring in. Someone could actually help us to win the league title, Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. You don't know, we could be the first team ever in England that could actually win the quadruple. All teams like Liverpool and Man City tried to win the quadruple, they failed. They failed. Liverpool failed from last season, they only won the league title. And now Man City failed this season because they couldn't win. They won the Carabao Cup, but they didn't win the FA Cup because they got knocked out by Chelsea in the semi-finals. But right now, coming from me, Ole, I'm hoping you hear this. Do the right choice. I'm not saying you have to leave, no. You're doing a brilliant job at United, but 4 seasons without winning a trophy, too long. We need to win a trophy next season. Throughout next season, we need to win a trophy. I don't care if it's a Carabao Cup, FA Cup. I'd be happy winning the Premier League title. We need to challenge the title for next season if we actually have a chance to become ourselves a title contenders. We need players who's young enough to actually play for the team. We need players who can actually strengthen our back four. And the goal, I think, the defender, I think, should be playing, we should strengthen the back four, is Rafa Fran. Formerly Madrid, who won the World Cup with France, won a lot of Champions League, lots of La Liga with Real Madrid. Bring that type of centre back should be perfect. Perfect, perfect partnership between Harry or Victor or Eric Bailey. Because don't forget, Eric and Victor don't work well in the back four. Yeah, they could work together. They don't hate each other. They just don't work well as defenders partnership. Like Harry Victor, yes. But we need someone that could actually help us to win the league title. Could actually help us to challenge for the title for next season. And Varane is fit that bill. He could help us. He could pass that to us. Or even Sergio Ramos, who's on it. It's going to be a free, roughly about a month, about next week or 2 months time in July. Roughly, he's going to be free. Oh, we need even Ramos. Yeah, being honest, Ramos is older. He's age 34. Yes, but don't forget, he has won La Liga. He has won the Champions League. He has won Copa del Rey. I don't know about the World Cup, but I'm pretty sure yes. I think he has won the World Cup with Spain. He has won everything throughout his career except one. Challenge for the league title, Premier League title at England. And Ramos could actually be that type of person, like Edison Cavani's doing with Mason Greenwood. But now, if we bring an older defender to the club, Sergio Ramos could give the knowledge to the defenders like Luke Shaw, Aaron Bissaka, Brandon Williams, Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof, Eric Bailey, Sat, and also Alex Telles. That knowledge of to become one of the greatest defenders in history ever. And Sergio Ramos fit that bill. He could pass that knowledge to them. The midfield. Ole hoping next season, hoping Ole could use Donny Van de Beek more this time than this season. Because if you remember, guys, Donny only started 2 Premier League matches. That's it. He has been playing well. He has been playing well against the Wolves. Fine enough, he didn't play last night. At the moment, he didn't play last night. But I think Ole need to use Donny. You could use Pogba and Bruno. Donny needs to play. He needs to start the team. Donny is, he's still young. But don't forget, I saw you have 3 best midfielders. Bruno, Paul Pogba, Donny van de Beek. Keep these 3. They are crucial for us. Perfect midfield partnership between those 3. Then we need a striker replacement. We are linked a move to Harry Kane. We linked with Erling Haaland, but we all know that Dortmund ain't selling Erling Haaland until next season. That's when Erland's his contract will activate because his release cost will go down, and the 100 mil because Erling Haaland going to cost United to buy 150 million pound of signing him. Harry's is 100 mil. We could bring him in less than that amount. But at the moment, we all know that Tottenham chairman Daniel Levy is trying so hard to try to stop Harry of leaving Tottenham. United in the race for Harry Kane, winning the race against City and Chelsea of signing Harry Kane this summer. Because right now we need a new defender, probably one more midfielder, someone could play in the CDM position, or the centre mid, and then a winger like James Sancho, or Kingsley Coleman, one of those two, and a striker, Harry Kane, Joao Felix, that I bought on my. If you guys have been watching my Manchester United career mode, I bought Joao Felix through my first season, and throughout then he has been impressive for me. But can he be impressive at United? And also we are also linked with when we sign in Cristiano Ronaldo from Juventus, because after the Euros, Ronaldo and the chairman of Juventus could have a chat about this summer about Ronaldo's future at the club. I'm hoping that Ronaldo do end up that Juventus planning to sell Ronaldo, and I think that United be the first thing to bring him in because Ronaldo's price tag is gone way down now to things between 20 to 25 million pounds. We could bring Ronaldo in, and that's gonna be a good thing. As long as we got both Anderson Cavani and Ronaldo, both of them could actually pass that knowledge to the young players. Like Edison's doing the same with Mason Greenwood. I think that Ronaldo need to do the same with do the same to Marcus Rashford as well. Pass that knowledge to Rashford. And that's the only thing I would say, guys. Guys, can you like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and share any social media? This is Sonic Freak. See you guys next time. Good night and goodbye and good night. Bang.